Wow, okay, so here I am. I don't even know how to kind of start this video. It's been about, I think it's maybe a year and a half um, since I posted on this channel, and a lot has happened. So I basically want to reintroduce myself, let you all know where I've been, the kind of crazy journey that I've been on over the last year and a half, and explain what I want to do with this channel going forward. So, if I can ask one thing of you all, it's that you watch this full video so that you know exactly where I've been, what I plan to do, and then you can make your decision from there based on whether or not you want to continue with my content, because a lot has changed. Um, I think the best thing to do is to go back and start this story in August of 2018. So while I was actually still on YouTube. So in August of 2018, I launched my first ever business called Sam Barnes Lifestyle. And this is the brand that a lot of you watching this will know today. This is my baby, this is what I've grown over the years, but it wasn't quite like that from day one. So, Sam Barnes Lifestyle is an online coaching business. It's become a premium service that has a team that is made up solely of transgender clients based all over the globe. I've been lucky enough to work with clients not just from the UK, but from America, Italy, Norway, where else have we been? Like France, so many different places. But it wasn't like that from day one. So it really is a case of it being a small business, and still is now. When I originally started, it actually took me 3 months to make my first ever sale with that business. And it was actually just for a pre-made $9.99 program. Like, it wasn't even online coaching. Um, I never, I never thought that I would be able to do online coaching full time, and that wasn't necessarily a problem. That didn't make me upset or anything like that. But I just had to be realistic and know that I needed to do something else alongside of it as well. So fast forward to pretty much a year, so August 2019, which is around about the time that I started to not post as consistently on YouTube. That was when I basically decided to do the craziest thing I've ever done: take all of my money, pretty much everything that I had, and put it into another business that I'd always wanted to create and have. It wasn't just because I didn't see the online coaching being a full-time business. I wanted to do it anyway, but I basically needed to get on and do something. And business is something that I love. It's in my blood, and I I can't go and work a 9 to 5. I've done it. I'm not somebody that's like been given a load of money from their parents and just gone on to, do a business. Like, I've worked 9 to 5s. I've been there, and I hate it. Like, I'm just not made for it. And I basically took all of my savings and opened up a second business in my hometown. It's just a private personal training facility. So I started to build this in August, September of 2019, and I opened in December 2019. From December until the end of February, I didn't have a single client walk through the door. It was one of the scariest times of my life. I thought I'd made one of the biggest mistakes of my life. I think what you have to understand is that, yes, I'd had the same situation with the online coaching. I hadn't sold anything for 3 months, but the online coaching is a business that has overheads of £30 a month, whereas the PT studio has overheads of around about £350 a month. So it was a very, very different situation. And it was really difficult because I can't sit online and say, oh, I'm feeling really down, I've not got any clients. Like, I need to just, you have to just get on and put on a smiling face and go out every day and advertise, post leaflets, do everything you can, whilst inside it's really difficult, like really difficult. Around the beginning of March, I started to gain my first clients in the studio and things were building up nicely. In that same sort of time is also when the online coaching started to pick up. All of the hard work that I've been putting in for so long started very slowly to pay off. And from the period of April 2019 to April 2020, there was actually a 300% increase in sales. So no, I still was nowhere near where I could start to visualize it going, but it was moving in the right direction. Then, of course, COVID hit. I closed the studio. I did receive government grants. Those kept the business going. But I paid all of my overheads every single month. There's not been a single overhead that I've not paid during COVID. Yes, it's come out of the grants, but if I didn't have the grants, then it would be a very different story. So COVID was difficult because obviously I had a business completely closed, but it also gave me time to dedicate 100% of my time to the online coaching, which just saw it rise to crazy levels, like levels that I never thought possible, to the point where I can now see the online coaching actually being able to become a full-time job in a few years' time, which is crazy. I get to do what I love every single day, but I also get to help out people that would not necessarily get the same level of support from somebody that isn't trans. So to have coaching clients, a full team made up entirely of trans clients around the world, is honestly such an honour. And I'm so grateful to every single client that I have had and still continue to have that has put their trust in me and allowed me to help them. It's just the craziest feeling. And if you're watching this video, thank you for believing in me, because it really does mean the world to me. And I know that I've still got so much more to give with this brand and this business, because it's such a special business to me. The studio, in between lockdowns, has been growing as well. What actually happened around August 2020, when we were allowed to reopen, is that I had so many online coaching clients and so many people in the studio that my schedule was just completely all over the place, and I had to shut off applications for the online coaching until I could bring another PT into the studio, because I couldn't handle the demand. I brought in another PT in the studio and they work on other days, and I'm now able to have my applications for online coaching open again. That is where I've been. I've been growing two businesses. One that is just incredibly special to me because I've grown it from literally a laptop and I help incredible people all over the world. The other one is very special to me because obviously it's been through so much in the very short time that it's been open. But that is where I've been. That is what I've been doing. I just had to dedicate my life to my businesses, and I still do now, but I have such a better grasp on my schedule that my love of content creation is able to resurface. So that's where I've been. I can now get on to a little bit more into the online coaching and then dive deeper into where I see this channel. So thank you for listening to my TED Talk. This next section is going to go completely over Samwise Lifestyle, the business, what I offer, what I do. It's not it's not supposed to be an advert, but it is very much going to sound like an advert. Let's call it an advert. If you don't want to hear about that, that's not a problem. I'll put a timestamp on the screen. But what I don't want is to get some comments saying, how much do you charge, what do you do, when I could literally just sit here and explain that all to you. So let me just dive a little bit deeper into that. So Samwise Lifestyle is a premium online coaching service. The reason that I am able to confidently call myself a premium service is simply because of the knowledge that I've been able to accumulate over the years. Not just my years of coaching, but just simply my years of training. To some people that might sound quite cocky and arrogant, but personally, if your coach isn't saying that, I would be concerned, because ultimately you want to pay your coach to give you the best service possible, and that is what I feel I give my clients. I've been very, very lucky to spend time learning under who I see as some of the greatest in the industry. To name a few, over the past year and a little bit, I've spent time learning under the Muscle Mentors, who are all just absolutely phenomenal and have had a huge impact on the service that I've been able to give clients, and the knowledge that I've been able to show them. So much so that I've really taken a big interest in biomechanics, and it's an area that I am looking to pursue further. Another person I had the absolute pleasure of being taught under is a guy called Dr. Georgian Shallow from Canada. I spent 6 weeks under him and completed and passed one of his certifications. And again, just fantastic minds that I've had the absolute pleasure of working under and learning under. So that is why I feel like I'm at the point where I can say, look, we've all still got a lot to learn, but I am in the position where I've now got a vast array of knowledge in a lot of specific areas. And I feel that my service is premium in what I do. So to start with the online coaching comes in many different tiers, so different prices. Everything is available to be viewed on my website, which will always be linked down below. You can also fill in a free consultation and application form there as well, and we can just have a chat and get to know each other. With the online coaching, it is a subscription-based service, so we work together weekly. Some people even have my mobile number so that we're in constant contact. Pretty much all of the results that you can see on my website, because I don't just talk the talk, I actually do what I say I do, and I give people knowledge, and then those clients take it and they transform their physiques. I'm a physique transformation specialist. It's literally what I do, and there's just a handful of results on my website. That is like the top end of what I do. What I also have is two other things. So to drop down further, I've got the custom training program, which is simply a one-off custom-made training plan. So it's not cookie cutter. You fill in a form and get to know more about you, but it is a case of I make the training plan for you on a PDF and then send it through. We check in once after 6 weeks, but other than that, it's it. And then even further down from that, I actually have still available to this day that original $9.99 program that I said about at the beginning, the beginner home workout. It is cookie cutter. It's a pre-made plan. What I never ever want is for finance to become a barrier to fitness, and I've always said that. Would I prefer it if everybody did online coaching? Yes, because ultimately that's the best service and you're going to get the most from it. But if that's not something you're able to commit to, I would far rather you did something like the beginner home workout plan that I sell than nothing at all. Because I never ever want finance to be a barrier to fitness. That's simply wrong. So that is what is available on the site. Like I say, my website will always be linked below. If you're trans, and any of those things are something that you would like to talk to me about further, please feel free to fill in an application form. The entire team is made up of trans people. Let me show you something. I think it was around August of last year, I got a load of printed sweatshirts. So these sweatshirts are constantly sent all over the world. And it's just a way to make people feel a part of the team. So these are only available to online coaching clients. I know it's just a sweatshirt, but to be able to send these all over the globe is incredible. So if you've got one of these, whether you're a client now or not, you will always be a part of the team. It's as simple as that. We're all about getting better, improving ourselves, and just having a good time. Because at the end of the day, I think if the past year has taught us anything, it's just not that deep. Like, we just need to enjoy life, have fun, and that's, it's just not that deep. So, I want to touch on where I'm going to be taking this channel. I'm busy, to say the least. I'm busy, and ultimately I'm only looking to become busier because I'm still trying to grow the online coaching and I'm still trying to grow the studio. So I'm certainly not going to sit here and say, I want to post in every single week, because that's not going to happen. It's very unlikely that will ever happen. But what I will be doing is a couple of videos a month, documenting my life, my training, typical bodybuilder style videos, 4 days of eating. I am on the road to my first competition. I have a very long way to go. There's one thing about sharing your bodybuilding journey online, is that regardless of how big or small you are, there's always going to be people that are just negative, and I'm just not here for that. Again, I go back to what we've learned over the past year. I'm just here to have fun and create content and just enjoy life. Any negativity, man, it's just going to be ignored. Like, it's as simple as that. When I was last on YouTube, I was a kid. I didn't reply to all hate comments, but there would be times where I would just bite. And now it's just a case of, it's not that deep. It's just a video, My goal is to step on stage in a bodybuilding competition by 2024. It's a long way away because I need a lot of time. I'm currently deep into a cut. My idea is to get as much fat off as I can, go into a very long bulk because I just need so much more size. And then I'll be getting myself a coach to get me ready, hopefully for 2024. So that's my goal there. I'd love to document that. And I'm now in a position where obviously I can film gym videos very easily because I have my own studio. One thing that won't really be touched on this channel very much is the studio, because ultimately that doesn't really have a place here, other than the fact that you'll see me train there. The only real business that you'll hear me talk about on here is Samwise Lifestyle, because that is a worldwide online business, whereas the studio that I own is just a local business, and it doesn't really have a place on this channel. The online coaching, Samwise Lifestyle, and the studio, they're two completely separate businesses. The only thing that ties them together is that I own them both. But really the only one that has any place being spoken about on this channel on a regular basis is the online coaching. Finally, the last thing that I have to touch on is the member site. So if you follow me for the past, it's not even been a year now actually, I think it's only been like 6 months, I set up a member site, which was actually somewhere that I have been consistently posting content for the past around about 6 months. So the member site has 2 different tiers. There's a free option and there's a paid option. The paid option is simply $4.99 a month. I post exclusive content on there, so educational videos / just training videos. There's also my full logbook on there, so my training, my nutrition is all on there for you to view. You'll also get your own blank spreadsheet to fill in to keep track of your training and all of your data, just like my clients get. It's just a blank version for yourself. And the newest and biggest thing on there still at $4.99 a month is that every single month I do a live training session. So I simply have a camera filming me live doing my workout. You can either watch and follow along, or you can simply just watch and enjoy it, or you can have it on as a bit of motivation whilst you're in the gym as well. So that's the member site. It's just a good way to get access to extra content, a lot more educational content on there. I've got stuff about how to work out your own macros, some kind of stuff on exercise selection, exercise mechanics, but it's all very much a trans community based place. Again, it's all trans people on there, so it's a super supportive environment. $4.99 a month, basically just a couple of coffees a month from Starbucks, but it packs a little bit more punch than a couple of Starbucks. So that's where I've been. I'm just excited to be back. Like I say, I'm in such a different headspace. Ultimately, when I was last on YouTube, I was still a kid. I'm now an adult. I'm a grown man. I've got a lot more facial hair than I had when I was last here. I own 2 businesses. I'm super busy, but I'm loving life, and I just want to take you guys with me. I just go back to the any negativity. It's just not me, guys. Like, I'm not into drama. I'm not into anything like that. If you want to stick around, do. If you don't, that's completely cool. Please feel free to unsubscribe. You don't have to watch if you don't want to. I'm fully aware that because I'm now coming back, I'm very much going to be posting different content, that there's going to be quite a big drop in subscribers, and it's just going to kind of waver for a while. That's completely fine. I'm not going to be studying the analytics. I'm not trying to become a famous YouTuber. I'm just trying to enjoy life, document the process, and that's it. So I'll see you guys hopefully in a couple of weeks. I'm going to get out some form of a training video. But yeah, other than that, I've got to get used to saying hit the like button. Hit the like button. Drop a comment down below letting me know what kind of content you want to see. I'm hoping to, like I say, document my life, my training, nutrition. Other than that, I'll see you all in the next one.